Be here now.
Your Holiness.
Yes.
As a monk in your tradition, there is a great emphasis on inner work, on mindfulness, on moving through the jhanas, on all of the tradition of that form of Buddhism. And yet you are very much out in the world.
Yes.
Could you explain to me how you bring those kinds of four things together?
Yeah, we have 3 words. That is here, now, this. That means be always in the present.
Really?
Breathing in the present, breathing out in the present.
And how does that determine what kind of social action you are involved in?
Yeah, we have that 4 foundation of mindfulness in the body, in the feeling, in the mind, and in mental objects. Yeah.
And when you went into the Cambodian refugee camps,
yes,
and wanted to bring the foundations of Buddhism to them,
yes,
did you feel that was the obvious work of your life, or where did that come from?
We know that protecting ourselves, we protect the whole world. Protecting the whole world, we protect ourselves. We are one. Yes.
So that when you're working in the world, you're protecting yourself.
Yes.
It's all very selfish.
Yes.
But not really.
Yeah, because protecting ourselves, we protect the whole world. Like the driver protect himself, he protect the whole car.
He protects the car and everybody around him also.
Yes.
Also. Do you think that the way in which most people practice Buddhism in Cambodia is primarily with ritual or primarily with inner practice? Is it samadhi practices or is it primarily Shila practice?
We have 3 kinds of practice: Shila, Samadhi, and also Prajna.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. But for most of the people, would you say that they recognize all 3 of those as part of their...
Now we begin to, every day, to teach them about this.
Because in many traditions, when I was in Burma,
yes,
I experienced that many of the people had turned Buddhism into a ritual, but were not accepting the requirement for the inner work of the samadhi training, so on. And is that, could you deal with that at all for me?
Yeah, in order to get stream enterer, we have to become stream enterer, we have to put down all this ritual and all these things.
But most people don't aspire to be stream enterer, do they?
Yeah, they want to be free from suffering.
They do.
Yes.
What is it like for you being with the Western mind? What is that like for you?
The Western mind is to be practical. Practical, yes.
Yeah.
To be practical is to be here and now. Take care of the present. Yes.
But there's not much mindfulness in that.
Yeah, if you take care of the present, it means take care of mindfulness. Mindfulness is always in the present. You cannot take care of the past, you cannot take care of the future, but you can take care of the now. And the now is the mother of the future.
Do you think most of the people that you are meeting are in their intellect so much that they're always thinking about future and past, or do you find...
Yeah, they think like that. They don't know about breathing exercise.
About
if
mindful.
They know breathing exercise, they are in the present.
Yes. Why do you come to a gathering like this forum? What is the purpose from your point of view?
Yeah, they want peace. People want peace everywhere.
And do you think that this kind of a meeting is a true vehicle for that kind of peace?
Yes, that is. Yeah.
And do you think that the Westerners want to hear your message?
Yeah, they want. My book is very good book, they say.
They say, huh?
Yes, yes.
It's a very good book. Yes. With so many vast social problems, your tradition focuses on the work of the individual inside.
Yes.
And do you feel how do you feel that the work of the individual and the social problems work together? How does that come together for you?
We are one. If we take care of ourselves, we take care of the world.
Well, a lot of people in the West feel that they take care of themselves, but they don't really care about the world.
Yeah, now you take care of yourself. You take care of your speech, of your discussion, then you take care of the whole world. You will straight listen you to the whole world.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Are you noticing that the way in which issues like Western values are being sent to the East, marketed to your country and other countries, and changing the values of the people and making them perhaps less sensitive to the requirements of their own development? Are you concerned about that?
Yes, before they influence us, now we are influencing them.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, so you would come back in underneath.
Yes, yes.
So in the long run, that healthy interplay is going to get people more into the moment and more mindful.
Yeah, that is the circle.
I see. It's a circle, and it works around.
Circle,
I see. And you just keep going and feeding the circle.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay. Does what about organized religions like Christianity or Islam? Are they keeping people? Are they helping people become mindful in the moment, or not?
Yeah, they depend on God, but we are depending on ourselves.
And what do you think happens to people when they depend on God?
Yeah, then they cannot take care of themselves. They think God will help them.
I see.
Yeah, we are self-help.
Yes, self-help group.
Yes.
Now
America, everywhere people put in the board, they say self-help, self-help.
I see. So you're just like a 12-step program of self-help.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. And that's very much very alien to the Western tradition, where you're always expecting somebody to take care of you, whether it's government or religion or God or somebody. That's much more the culture.
Yeah, Buddhism is self-help. The Dharma is self-help. Like eating, you have to eat yourself. Like learning, you have to learn yourself.
Yeah.
No people learn for you. No people eat for you.
What other kinds of ways have you responded to the world suffering?
We respond to them according to the law of karma, the law of action, verbal action, physical action, mental action. Mental action, we have the 4 Brahma Vihara: loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. And also the 8-fold path, beginning with right understanding, ending with right concentration.
When you spread it out, it seems so simple. With anicca, dukkha, anatta,
yes,
with all of with the Eightfold Path.
Yeah.
And yet, there are a lot of forces in the world that keep people from practicing. And I'm wondering whether things like television, whether things like changes in the world picture are making it more difficult to practice.
Yeah, we are eating every moment. We have 6 mouths. Now you are eating my word with the second mouth, that is your ears.
Yes.
And you are what you eat. You are the world, you eat the world. If you know this, you know all the Dharma of the Buddha. The first lesson of the Buddha to his son Rahula is what is number 1? Number 1 is eating. We eat every moment, and we are what we eat. Now you eat my word.
Right, I see. So we should be careful what we eat.
Yes.
So in terms of eating what's on television, we should be very careful about that.
Become that one.
Yeah.
Like a photograph.
Yeah.
You have this many machines, 6 kind of them. You take photo every moment. Through the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, the body, the mouth.
Yes.
You record it like a tape recorder. You have 6 kind of tape recorder. Now you record my word through your ears.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the question now is whether I identify with the ear hearing or whether I draw my awareness.
Yeah, there is no I, my, me. This is not my, this is not I, this is not myself. But there is a feeling. When my word touching your ear, there is this auditive consciousness. And the meeting of these 3 things is called auditive impression. And from that, you have feeling. Pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, neutral feeling. If my word is sweet one, I praise you, you are
pleasant.
Happy. That is pleasant feeling. If I blame you, Ramdas, you are the servant of Shiva, of Rama. Then you become unhappy, unpleasant feeling. If you do not pay attention to my word, there is a neutral feeling every moment. Therefore, the whole universe is controlled by feeling. Pleasant feeling give birth to greediness, unpleasant feeling give birth to anger, and neutral feeling give birth to ignorance.
But now, if you take somebody that is eating foods that are not good for them, like television, certain shows on television, or like foods that they might eat that have too much spice or something in them, but yet they are giving them short-term pleasure and happiness for a short term.
Pleasure, that is a pleasant feeling.
What do you do?
Pleasant feeling give birth to lustful greediness.
All right.
Lustful greediness make you
want more.
Yes.
You want more.
Yes.
And
then you become hypertension.
Then you what?
Hypertension.
Yeah.
You have tension.
Hypertension. Yes. Okay.
Hypertension. Yes.
But what is it? Where do you enter into the human being to get them to change that? Somebody
we have to tell them the truth. If they want to be composed, to be happy, they have to be to avoid the hypertension and hypotension.
But they're getting so much short-term pleasure that they can't hear you.
Yeah, therefore they have to put the mindfulness into practice. Mindfulness is the driver.
What makes them realize they have to do that?
Yeah, we have to tell them.
Oh, we have to tell them.
Yeah.
I see. But they don't want to hear that.
Yeah, they don't want to hear that, then their own karma.
Then it's just karma.
Yes.
That they will suffer until they want to hear that.
Yes.
Right. Because you can feel that your way has a solution to the suffering of people.
Yes.
But there are most people that are suffering don't seem to want to hear the solution.
Yeah, we have 4 categories of people. The one who are in light, they come again to light. But someone in the light, they come to the darkness.
Yeah.
And some in the darkness, they
Come
enter
into
into light. And some in the darkness, they return to darkness again.
Right.
We have 4 kinds of people.
Are those really stages of evolution of consciousness? Those 4 stages, 4 types?
Yeah, the 4th side is according to their own karma.
Yeah, but isn't that...
We have volition. This karma, what is karma? Karma is volition.
Yes.
Chetana.
Yes, I understand.
Vadami kammang. Omong. Volition is karma.
But someone that comes from dark and goes back to dark.
Yes.
Is that person less evolved in their consciousness or their awakeness or their awareness than someone who goes from dark and comes into light?
They are conditioned by time and space and time.
Right.
Yes.
So they're just different. They're not older or younger beings.
Yes.
Does reincarnation enter in?
Yeah, we have this law of rebirth, not reincarnation.
And the rebirth is like the law of dependent origination. It just...
Yeah, we have 7 kind of them, 7 couple of them. If you commit killing, you take rebirth as short life. If you do not kill people, you have long life.
Right.
If you are angry character, you have to become very ugly. If you are of loving character, you become very beautiful.
So, your beauty as a being,
yes,
is the result of the karma of your past birth.
Of the now also. The now is the mother of the...
The now is the mother of the next moment.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel that when you see people consuming so much they don't need, and when you see them being invited to consume so much they don't need, do you feel that the message, do you feel that controls must be put on from outside, or do you think you have to just keep pointing out to people?
Yeah, they are controlled by their own greediness.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Tell me about that. How does that work?
And greediness is come from pleasant feeling.
From pleasant feeling?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And so then they're greedy, then they want more.
Yes.
Then they get more, then they get another pleasant feeling.
Yes.
Then what happens?
Then they are condemned by that feeling, by that greediness.
They're condemned?
They are condemned.
Yeah.
By that feeling, by that greediness.
And it goes on and on and on.
Yes. Then they suffer.
And when does it end?
If they can stop all this greediness through a meditation on feeling meditation, then they can end this trouble.
So they have to be aware there is a possibility of stopping it.
Yes.
So one of the ways of teaching is to at least advise people there is a possibility of change.
Yes.
I see. Is that what you do in this book?
Yes.
Do you feel that the way of like Cambodia, a nation state, do you think that the world consciousness is changing so that nation states will become no longer the powerful forces that they are in the community?
We are in the same boat. The world is one.
Yes. World is one.
Yes.
Yeah.
We influence each other. We are in the same boat.
So you'd say we are already a world government.
Yes.
We are already one governing body.
Yes,
interactive.
that is the world is ruled by the law of karma. Yeah. The government is karma.
And we are all interwoven in that karmic world.
Yes.
So that any one individual as they change their consciousness, changes the whole thing.
Yeah, now you change your consciousness. I change my consciousness. You record it, then you spread in the whole world.
And the whole world changes their consciousness. And all we had to do was sit here and change our consciousness together.
Yes, yes.
I become very interested in the way in which people change as they get older, as they get very old. And in India, there are the ashramas, or the stages of life. And I wonder whether you experience changes as a result of age, and whether you feel that your work will change, or that you wish your work would change, or you see it will change as a result of age.
We begin with association. In Mangala Sutra, we say, asevana chabalana. Don't approach the foolish one. Panditana sevana. We have to approach the wise one. Then we can copy his character. Like Ramdas is wise one, I approach him, I become wise. Yes.
Yes. So, do you think that in your tradition, elders are revered? Are elders treated with great respect?
Yeah, we have 7 kind of good men.
What?
The 7 kind of good men.
Yeah.
Gentlemen. That is, the first one is the gentleman who respect your elderly people.
Oh, I see. The first one.
Yes.
Yes. And what does that require of the elderly person?
Yeah, the elderly person must be a virtuous person.
A virtuous person.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And what other qualities must they have besides the virtues of Shila, I assume you're talking about?
Yes.
Yes. And do they have a responsibility to the younger people?
Yeah, and also they have 5 kind of Dharma. That is loving kindness, right livelihood, and this Brahmacharya.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And also truthfulness, and also mindfulness and clear comprehension. Yes.
Are there many people in your culture that up until they are old spend their time in worldly pursuits and then turn to these things only when they're old? Or is it all the way through life?
Yeah, if you know suffering, then you return to the Dharma. Cambodia suffer more than 20 years.
And
now they return. Every day they come to the temple to study the Dharma.
And this is all ages?
Yes.
Yes.
All ages.
Yes. Were the old people in Cambodia driven or drawn back into their spiritual tradition?
Now, every day they come to our temple, to every temple, to study the Dharma.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
How to make peace again.
And do you think that is the result of the suffering they have been through?
Yeah, the Buddha teaching is only 2 things: suffering and the freedom from suffering.
Right.
The Buddha has seen old age, sickness, and death as suffering. He become a monk and he gets enlightenment.
Yes. But is there another way to start to be drawn to practice other than through engagement with suffering?
Yeah, many ways, but we can summarize it into
just that path.
Yeah, that
the
path.
Suffering, the experience of suffering, the experience of the possibility of the ending of suffering, and the practice.
Yes, the Four Noble Truth. The Four Noble Truth can be summarized into 2 words: suffering and the freedom from suffering.
Very simple.
Yes.
Yes. Most of the people that are in the world, I think it's fair to say, find that the immensity of the suffering that is around them all the time is too much for them to comprehend or to embrace. and they turn the head away and they deny the suffering. And part of the first step is the acknowledgement of the suffering. And I'm wondering whether you work at all with the issue of the denial of suffering, of how you get somebody that is denying suffering, or how we get ourselves when we are denying suffering to end up looking at the suffering.
Yeah, we cannot help.
We cannot help.
Yes.
When there's denial, there's nothing we can do.
Yes.
That's very discouraging.
Yes.
It's just their karma.
Yeah, the karma, their own karma.
Yeah.
Like a Devadatta, like this Super Buddha.
Yeah. Doesn't that make you sad to see people who deny suffering?
Yeah, but in the end, like a Devadatta, when the earth swallowed him, he remember what the Buddha said, and he can, at the last moment, he can.
The moment before death.
Yes.
Is the preparation for the moment of death a key part? I know the cemetery meditations and so on. Is that a key part of the way in which you train your monks, for example?
Yeah, at the time of death, just like you at the door, you walk out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how do you prepare somebody to walk out?
If that time you think of something wholesome, then you become happy in the next world. If you think of unwholesome thing, then you become unhappy
in the next world. And in the training of a monk, a young monk, do you ask them to practice like a meditation that will experience the impermanence of their body?
Yeah, we give them 5 subjects to meditate. Kesa, that is the hair on the head.
Yeah.
And Loma, that is eyebrow and the
hair on the body.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nakha, that is the nails. Danta, that is the
teeth. Yeah.
And Tacho, that is the skin that cover your body. And also inside there are 300 pieces of bone. You have to meditate.
You meditated on all the parts,
yes.
And you see they're all impermanent.
Yes.
Yes.